Welcome, everybody. Johnny, not today, craps. How's everyone doing? I hope everybody's great. Listen, please visit all the socials, visit the website, donate if you want. Really doesn't matter. I'm not looking for that. If you like what you are learning from the videos, you do what you want, right? If I can make you some money, if something you learn that you didn't know before that you can play, for all the new people here, we go through some different type of strategies and ways of playing that could potentially uh, make you money, right? So let's get on with it. New strategy is going to be laying the five for 70. Well, before I start with that, never gamble with funds you don't have set aside that you need, right? If you need to pay rent, food, gas, do not use that to gamble, please. Do not. Never gamble emotionally. Never give back profit when in profit. So when you get to your goal, always go to the casino unless you're just going to blow money. You don't really care. If you have a goal, get a goal in place. If you go with $1,000 and your goal is, realistically should be $100 to $200, 10 to 20%, and then you leave, right? Otherwise, you're just going to give it all back. The longer you play, you're more susceptible to bad runs, especially in craps. And last, do not chase losses. So if you take 1,000 out to play, do not go get another 1,000 and try to win it back. Just recoup next time, because again, you're just going to gamble emotionally. It's not going to be good for you. All right, so we're going to be laying the five, right? We're going to be laying the five for $75, and we're going to ladder up and down. And we're going to be betting numbers, right? We're going to be betting 35 or 35. I know we're betting more, or 30, 30. I know we're betting more than we're going to win. So if we 7 out, we only win 2 quarters, $50 compared to I'll risk $10, right? I have no problem losing $10. I have a problem losing the 75. That's why we're going to ladder up and down. $10 is not going to make or break this strategy, right? So we have a $2,600 bankroll. You can scale it down or scale it up to whatever you want to play, and we're always working. It doesn't matter what the point is, or I'm not going to even do the point. It really doesn't matter what the point is. We just care about fives and sevens. That's all we care about. We don't care. Our point is the 5 always because we're laying the 5, right? It'd be the same thing if you were to lay the 4 or the 10. That would be your point. We don't want the 5 to hit ever, but it's going to, right? We're just trying to make a little bit of money and not get on a runs of 5s. Now, if a run of 5s happen, we're going to be in some trouble. Maybe we'll switch it up and go on to the 9. Problem is I love the number 9. I'm not going to lay the 9. I love it. So I'll lay the 5. I don't care about the 5. I'd rather lay the 5 than the 4 and the 10 because I get better odds. If I lay 75 on the 5, I get $50. If I lay 70 on the 4, I'm only winning 35. So you're only getting half of your lay. I don't like that. The better lay is a 6 and an 8, but I want to use the 6 and the 8 to buy numbers and collect, right? Because 6 and 8 combined is 10 combinations out of 36. And if I can grow this in a couple hits to the 9, the 10, the 4, we can make some money, right? And we're kind of playing side by side here. We're kind of playing the no 5. We're laying the 5, ladder, and we're also playing the 6 and the 8. It's like 2 separate games, but we're combining the 2, kind of give us some kind of protection, right? We're playing 2 strategies alongside each other. Because again, if we just came out here and just played the 6 and 8, 7 out, we're gone for $60, right? Now, if we played a 5, we'd only lose $10, or we only lose $10 because we get 50 back, right? We get 50, we'd lose 10 if a 7 comes, and we lose $10. So let's see how this goes. I've never rolled this out. I was just thinking about this in bed last night, and let's see what happens, right? Wish me luck. Let's go, guys. All right, right off the bat, hard 10. No help to us. We're looking for 6 and 8s. 8, hard 8. Look at that, right off the bat, baby. 35 bucks. Me, I'm gonna collect one time, right? I'm gonna collect. You could probably just collect the 10 bucks because you're gonna lose. Maybe I'll just do that for the first time. I'll collect the 10 that we're gonna lose just in case we 7 out, and I'll throw the quarter on a number, right? 4, no help. 7 out. Yeah, just exactly. So we basically, I'm going to show you. So we're going to take all this back. We basically broke even. Right, here's our $35 profit. And we just basically broke even. Right? So we're just hoping to get on a runs of some 6, 8s and some numbers. And yeah, let's see how it works out. I think it's going to work out pretty good. I hope. So 6, 5, 1, 6. That's their point, not our point. So 35. I'm going to try and be out here. I'm going to take my 10 bucks. I'm going to go on the 9, right? And I'll eventually press the 6 and the 8. 2, 1, 3. Hard 6. So the point was hit for them. Another $35 for us, right? So I'm going to rack the 5. I'll buy the 6 now, right? 5. Ooh. So 5. We go lose that. Now we're going to a $150 lay on the 5. Again, we don't care about this. I don't really care about this because if I care about the 5, so I'm working 2 different strategies here, right? A 7 makes us money. A 6 and 8 make us money. We can make money no matter what here. Well, not really, but if I hit a 5, we gotta lose more money. But just bear with me. Let's see how this goes. And we'll take a 9, pays 35. 35, right? I'm going to rack it. I'll rack it this time, right? 5, 4, 9, 35. Right? I'm just going to keep racking. That's like 70 bucks in profit right there. 5, 1, 6 pays us 70. Right? We're already in the profit. It's great. We're having a great time here. Good numbers are hitting. So I'm going to take this quarter and I'll buy the 10 with that, right? You buy whatever you want, however you want. 6, same thing, 70 bucks. 70 bucks, right? We're going to rack this. We'll rack a quarter and we'll buy the 4. Now we have almost every number. And again, maybe I'll buy the field eventually and we'll see what happens. 10 pays us 50 bucks. Right, we're just going to rack it. I can't lose here. You know, like this is the beauty about this. Is I laid it. The only time I lose, right now I'm in profit no matter what. Because I already have these chips here are more than my buy-in. If I lose the 5, that sucks. But I'd still be up money. Now if I hit the 7, this pays me 100 bucks. Right? So either way, right now, I'm in profit. It's just working out like that. 5, 1, 6 pays us 70 bucks. And again, you can get on a bad spell. I'm just going to rack it. Look, this is my profit. No matter what right now, I'm in profit. I'm in a non-losing position. I can take the beauty about lay bets, they're not contract bets. So if you're on the pass line or a come, which the come is the most ridiculous, I would never play that bet ever. I like it in certain times with certain strategies, but I don't like that bet. I don't like the pass line either sometimes. I'd rather just play the numbers, right? Anyway, I'm in a non-losing position here. I got the 6 for, did I pay myself? I don't know if I paid myself. I don't think I paid myself. 70 bucks. So I'm in a non-losing position here. In either direction, I'm still making money. I can take all, that's what I was going for. I can take all this down and get the heck out of here because I'm definitely up 200 bucks. I can leave. I got $100 here I got to put in. But we're basically up 100 something bucks, 200 bucks already. But I'm going to buy, we haven't had an 8 in a minute. So, and then I'll just rack this, right? We'll just rack it. Let me just, let me get my 100 bucks here. I'm going to get a black chip. Always know where your bankroll is too, guys. Always know. Always be conscious of it. So here, this is what I'm going to get at right now. So this is our initial buy-in. we're up here 50 bucks, right? If we throw a 7, we get 150 plus 100. So that's 250. We're up 300. We're up 300. 400. We're up $500 right now. We can just leave, right? We can just leave. This has like been going great for us, right? This is going wonderfully good. And we even got whacked on the 5 once. And we can walk away right now up $500 bucks. We can walk away $500 right now. But we're not. For the video, we're just going to keep it rolling. Let's see what we got. Hard 4. Pays us 50 bucks. I'll just rack it, right? We're in a non-losing position. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right. We're in a non-losing position right now. We're up 100 bucks here. If a 7 hits, we're going to get 150 plus 100, so that's another 250 coming back. So that's 350. If a 5 hits, we're still up 100, 200, about 300 bucks. We're still up. We're in a non-losing position. It doesn't really matter what happens right now. We're going on a nice little roll. Again, any strategy right now is kind of working. Yo, 11. You could buy the field if you want now. We're not going to buy the field. We just want box numbers. We get clipped for the 5. So we lose the 150, right? We can go back. Look, it doesn't matter. We just take this down. That was a nice sequence for us. We're just taking this down and we're already up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're up 300. That's 25. 345. You're gone. You're gone for the day. 345 a day. If you can make that extra, guys, 345, we're gone. We're gone like the wind, man. I don't know. We'll keep going. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we can keep it going. We can go back down the base now. We're up. Right? I'm going to keep my profit to a different rack. We're not going to play the hard way, so I'll just move it in this section. So this is our buy-in. This is our profit section, right? Let's see if we can keep it going. And again, craps is a game of risk and reward. It's whatever risk you want to take. So we're just going to lay the 5, and we're going to buy the. We started with this, and we made money, right? So let's see if we can keep it going or not. Oh, just like that, back-to-back 5s. Terrible. It's going to happen. So now we're going to dive in. Do I have 150 here? Yeah, I got 150. So 150 lay. Again, multiple 5s crush us, right? 7 out. We lose 10 bucks. No, 150. We're going to win, actually. 150 pays us 100. So that's 60. We'll take 40 bucks. We'll take 40 bucks back to our rack, right? Take 40 bucks back to our rack. So we're going to keep it at that level, right? We're going to keep it at that level. Oh, man. See, the 5s are coming now. The 5s are coming, and we're getting destroyed. That's fine. We can keep it at the $150 level. I'm okay with that, right? We're looking for 6 and 8. 7. We win 40 bucks. 40 bucks. All right. Let's get this back. 10. Aces. Let's see if we can make some money long term here. So 35. Like right now, I'm just gonna I'll recoup, right? I'll recoup some funds. This is $100 bucks. We'll just rack that there. So now we're up 150, 175, 200, 235. We're still up 235 right now. And we got whacked on the 5 3-4 times already. We can take these bets down anytime we want and leave. So we're just going to keep it going. 639. You can press, you can collect however you want. This is all up to you. There's no rhyme or reason. Should have bought the 9, huh? Love the 9. Aces are coming out a lot. Man. 516, so 35 bucks, right? I haven't seen an 8. I don't think I rolled an 8 at all. So we're going to press the 8. Yo, 11. I don't think I rolled a single 8 all game. 7 out. So we win 100 bucks. So we still win 10 bucks, right? So that's $100 coming back at us. We'll just go back down the base, right? Bring this back. And again, we can bring this back down if we want. We can bring this back down to 75. Right? We're still up $100. You got to learn the bankroll management, right? So this is our initial buy-in, and this is what we're up right now. So we don't have to risk 150 on the 5. We can risk 75, right? 5, 3, 8. Why couldn't that come last time? So 35. This time I'm going to press it, right? I'll bank the $5. If we 7 out before we hit a 6 or 8, we're going to lose $5. Big whoopee. 8 back to back. About to say, man, the 8s are about due. Haven't rolled an 8. So you have to be conscious of this at the table as well. You have to be conscious of this at the table as well when dry spells of numbers. And then they'll just start popping up. So I'm going to rack a green. I'll rack the red. Right? I'll buy the 9. So I love the 9. I'm just going to load up the 9. Hard 8. Should have just bought another 8. We got 3 8s in a row. So 70. Right? $70 coming back at us. We'll buy the 6 now. Right? So we got the 6, 8, and we bank some profit. We're in a non-losing position right now. Unless the 5 hits, of course. Even the 5, we still win money. We're still up. 415. Of course, I say it and it comes, right? So I'm still just going to play $75 here. Because it doesn't matter. I don't care. This is all one money here. We're still up $100, and I can't lose both bets. Either I'm going to get a 7, which is going to bring me $50 back, right? And we bank some, or we throw another 5 and we lose $75. It is what it is. You can't be afraid to just play like I'm not going to ladder up because why I'm in profit, right? People be like, oh, you should just ladder up, and I'm not going to. I'm just going to play smart. So here, I'll just $35. I'm just going to rack it, right? I'm just going to rack it. Hopefully a 6 or 8 hit because I got $70 on that, and we'll go from there. Another 9, $35. We're just going to rack it. Just going to rack it. We're trying to stay away from that 5. Another 9. I should have just parlayed all the money on the 9. We're just going to rack it. So again, we just made back our $5 money, right? Hard 8, $70. We'll take 75, right, for 5. So we'll bank $50. We're in a non-losing position right now. I'm going to buy the 9. Right? We're in a you can bring this back down to base. You could bring all this back and start with 35 again. I'm trying to build them up for that. You never know when that long roll is going to happen. And look at that. Just as soon as I said that. So here's $50 and we lose this, right? Lost $120. But we still made money. Here we go. Look. 1, 2, 3, about $450. About $440. We're up 400. If you can get back to this, we already hit this once or twice already. So we're kind of plateauing at this level. It is up to you if you want to pursue. $400 with a $2,600 bankroll, that's not bad. That's almost 20%. You have to be aware of that. So we'll press on. Let's see if we can run it up more. But it requires us to get multiple hits without the 5 showing up, right? And again, a 7 hits now before we get a 6 or 8. Yep, we lose $10. We lose $10, which isn't the end of the world. It's $10, but still, 538 pays $35. Right? I'm trying to hit the 6 or 8 once at least before I start pressing numbers. Right? Before I start buying other numbers. So I want to hit or collect it first. I like to collect one $35 first before I do anything else. Because if we 7 out, right, we at least made money, right? We didn't lose $10. So 8 pays 35, right? So now, I'll probably buy the 6. I haven't seen a 6 in a minute. I'll rack the 5. So we booked $40. So if a 7 comes, we only lost $35, or a 5 comes, we only lost 35. Kind of eats into that a little bit. 7, right? So 7, we win $50 back. So $50, and just 1, 2. So we made $25 pretty much. All right? I just slowly, we're just waiting for that nice little roll of 6 and 8s to happen without the 5 showing up and to ruin our parade. We're just waiting. A lot of 10s. And again, you don't have to play the 6 or 8. You can play the 4 to 10 all on one number. You can put $70 just on, or $60 just on the 8. You don't have to play. I'm just trying to get my odds greater. So 6 and the 8, they account for basically a third of the board, or a little less than a third. So they count for 10. So like right here, we lost $10. So we'll just replenish. Let's go. 5, 4, 9. Again, you're going to go on dry spells. You're going to go on dry spells of 6 and 8s. That's going to happen. 7, lost $10. So like we're just losing now. We're just losing, right? 9. It's 9s and 7s. 7s. Look, 9s and 7s. That's like, it was 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 7. That's crazy. 9 again. What? 9. Yo, 9. I should just put it all on 9. Be rich. 7. Oh my God. What is going on here? What the heck is going on here?
What? What the fuck?
Oh my God. 7. Oh my God. We're just slowly getting drained. You know what that means? It's time to go. It is time to leave the casino, man. We're just getting destroyed right now. 7 again. Wow. What is going on here? It's all right. I'm booking a win at least. You know what I mean? Like, 8. This is like terrible. What I'm rolling now is utter garbage. 6, finally. Holy smokes. Like I said, I'm going to book a win first. I'm going to book a win. Yo, 11. 7. Oh my God. That's crazy sauce. Oh man. All right. That's it. We're walking away with at least walking away with $200. I'm cool with that, right? We're up. I'm not 5. Look at this. So, like, this is it. I'm gonna end the video there. Again, it's going bad. We gotta leave. You have to learn to leave. So this is walking away with $345. That is not a bad day. And especially right there, we gave back easily $50 to $100, right? So we could have walked away with a lot more. I'm okay with $345 with a $2,600 bankroll. I'm not greedy. You shouldn't be greedy. And again, we can go back in an hour, 2 hours later, and try this again. It is up to you. You have to learn to be content and not try to chase. I know it's very easy watching all the videos, people throwing out hundreds, thousands on numbers, and they're hitting and losing. Guys, that's not how you play craps. You have to be smart. You have to understand your bankroll. You know, they go out here and, I'm going to put, 300 there, 400, and it's like fucking $3,000 across. And they just max. They're just pressing on wins. Never collecting. They're just max pressing everything with no protection of the 7. With no protection. Right? That's not how you play. That's ridiculous. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's an irresponsible way to play craps. Is it catchy? Is it, fun to watch? Yeah, but you're not going to want to lose. I know my target, the audience that I'm trying to get. I know you don't want to be throwing $2-3 grand on the table at once and have it gone into the casino's pocket in one roll, right? That's why this is probably my new favorite strategy, is to lay the 5, play the 6 and the 8. So basically lay 6-8 strategy and just build off that, right? A lot of people just come to the casino, start off like this, right? They just start off with $60 on the 6 and the 8, and they build with no protection, right? So at least we can protect and kind of ladder up and down if we want. I didn't ladder past the next stage because it's not smart. It's just not profitable that way. And again, you're at risk for runs of 5s. So like, unless you have a $10,000, $20,000 bankroll, laddering up and down past the level 2 on the 5. So this is 75, 150. You can go to 225 if you have we have the bankroll for that, right? But I'd rather not, right? Because again, if we ladder up, right, we're going to go to 150 next, right? So if we 7 out, we're making 40 bucks, right? If we just throw a bunch of 7s without 5s, we're making 40. Suppose you go to the next level, it's 225, right? That's 140, or it's 125 plus 40. You'll be making 165 on a 7 with these out here, which isn't bad because you can recoup your money, right? So with our bankroll, we could probably ladder to 225, but I would, if you get picked off at that level, I wouldn't go above it. I just stick there because the chances are they're not going to be, listen, anything can happen at any given, it's craps, guys. They can roll 5 5s, 10 5. It just, you never know what's going to happen. There's always a first for something. Always a first for something, right? And most of the time, you see that dark cloud in the top right corner? That's me. That dark cloud follows me everywhere in life. The craps table, my job, my daily life. If something's going to happen bad, it most likely will happen to me, right? You probably feel the same way. You just can't catch a break. Especially when I'm playing craps, even on my own table. Sometimes you just can't catch a break. You're not going to win every time. This is what you have to, there's no strategy that's going to win money. Unless, listen, I'm going to say that retirement plan strategy from Waylon's Way and Ken, that strategy is a very solid strategy. But you're not going to get rich off that strategy. And it has a lot of faults to it, right? You get whacked on that don't come 3-4 times in a row, and it can happen and it will happen. You're in a serious, serious hole. And you're not winning that much to recoup profits. It takes a while to dig yourself out. So again, everything can win, everything can lose, but again, that strategy is probably one of the best strategies that I've seen. And because I used to play that way, but they capped the numbers, right? I used to just play a don't pass, play all the numbers, get hits, and go from there. They cap it, which is nice. Like they cap the don't pass number after 1 hit. Maybe you can go 2-3 hits and make more money, but it's a great little strategy if you're trying to build a bankroll slowly over time. With very, the risk is there, but you're not throwing $500 on the table to win $100, right? Very little risk. Anyway, so we're going to be playing with this strategy. I like laying the 5, playing the 6-8. Maybe we'll dabble with the 4 and the 10, right? We'll lay the 5, play the 4-10, or work our way in. Or we'll lay the 5 for 150 and play $100. We could play 30, 30, 20, 20, right? And leave the 9 and buy numbers. And we just break even on 7s. We can play that way as well. Like, you don't have to play more. Like, again, for 70, we're laying 75 to win 50. You could just put $24 on the 6, $24. I'm just trying to not play with dollars here. I'm trying to keep it to simple math here. But on the table, you could play for 24-24, right? And still, and you wouldn't lose money on a 7. So you could do that as well on a $15 table. So I'm like on a $25 table here. That's how I would only play. I only play at $25 tables. If you want to play for a little less, that is more than fine. So you can not, you wouldn't take that hit. Like maybe next couple videos, maybe I'll lay 150 on the 5 and play $100 on the 4, 6, 8, and 9 spread out between them, and we'll see how that works out, right? Because you can recoup it back pretty fast. Listen, I could throw 3 5s in a row right there. Boom, I'm down 450, right? It could happen, and what I usually said in my earlier videos is, I just dare you to keep throwing that 5. I just dare you to keep throwing it. Chances are you're not. There's only 4 combinations out of 36. Those other combinations are going to get a chance before you start rolling a ridiculous amount of 5s, right? Even if you hit 4 5s in 12 rolls, and I hit 8, we'll say 6 of the other numbers, I'm eating into that loss, right? So, and then we 7 out, I'm making money because I started with just a little bit of money out of my bank. Again, I put 150, and we're just breaking even. So whatever money I make in pocket, I'm Gucci. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Visit the socials. Get engaged in the comment section. We'd love to hear some feedback. All right, guys. Not today, baby. We made money. Let's go.